American Express membership rewards points earned from cards like the Platinum and Gold cards are some of the most valuable points in the travel world. But in order to unlock that value, you need to make sure you're utilizing the airline and hotel transfer partners that come with the program. Now, if you haven't done this before, it might sound a little scary, but I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how you do this and give you a couple pointers along the way. So let's get started. All right, so we're ready to start transferring Amex points. So the first thing you're going to do is log into your Amex account. And if you have multiple Amex cards, you'll need to make sure that you are on the drop down here for one of the cards that earns Amex membership rewards points. So I have the Business Platinum card, which is one of the cards that allows transfers to the airline and hotel transfer partners. So once I have that selected, I am going to go up to Explore Rewards. And once I click on that, you'll get to a new page that has more information about your membership rewards, how many points you've earned this year, and all of that. But you're going to go to the Earn and Redeem dropdown. And from here, you're going to go to Transfer Points. So when you get to the Transfer Points screen here, you're going to see all of the available Amex transfer partners, which, as you can see, there's 18 airline partners and 3 hotel partners. Most of these are going to be at a 1-to-1 transfer ratio, which means if you transfer, one Delta Sky or one Amex membership rewards point, it's going to be 1 Delta Sky Mile, and so on and so forth. As you scroll down the list here, you can see all the available options. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I am going to transfer 1,000 points into my Delta Sky Miles account. So Delta is one of the transfer partners of Amex membership rewards. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on Show Details. So when you get here, you're going to see a couple different things here. You're going to be able to just slide the number of points you want to transfer, or you can simply just enter it in here. One thing to note is that you do need to transfer points in multiples of 1,000. So you can transfer, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. You just can't transfer, 1,500, 2,500, and so on and so forth. So if you're making a redemption, just make sure that you transfer enough to cover what you have, which likely is going to leave a few extra points in your airline or hotel account. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll just type in 1,000 points, which I'm going to move into Delta. And one thing that you do need to be aware of with Amex transfers specifically is that if you are transferring to a U.S. airline, so for Amex that's going to be Delta, Hawaiian Airlines, or JetBlue, they do charge you 6 cents per point to make that transfer. So as you can see here, to transfer 1,000 points, that's going to cost me 60 cents. Now, it's a little bit annoying. Amex is the only bank that does this. Capital One, Chase, and Citi do not charge for U.S. transfers. However, it is capped at $99. So no matter how many points you actually transfer, the most you'll ever have to pay to move Amex points into either Delta, JetBlue, or Hawaiian is $99. So as you can see, Amex will give you the option to pay that with points, or you can just have it charged to your card. In this case, my Business Platinum card. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, charge me 60 cents to make this transfer. And then the next thing you're going to see here is your Delta Sky Miles account, or whatever airline or hotel you're trying to transfer in. And as you can see, since I've already got a Delta Sky Miles account and I've already associated it with Amex because I've made a transfer into my Delta Sky Miles account previously, that is already saved. I don't need to set that back up. However, if you don't have a loyalty account or if you haven't linked it to Amex yet, you will need to do that during this step. Also, since I have an authorized user on my card that's also associated with her Delta Sky Miles account, I'll have the option to send points to my wife's account as well. The big thing is that you need to make sure that the points transfer from Amex to whatever airline or hotel you're transferring to, the names match. So since my wife is an authorized user, I could transfer to her Delta Sky Miles account, but for the purpose of this demonstration, I am going to send it to my Delta Sky Miles account. So I'll select that. I'll go into Review Transfer. And as you can see up here, it's just going to give me some final information here. It says transfer 1,000 points to Delta Airlines, pay 60 cents. to my card that ends in 52003, and I'm going to go ahead and hit submit transfer. Now, while that's loading, one thing to note with Amex is that the vast majority of transfer partners, especially the ones that you're going to want to use, are instant. That includes Delta. So the ones that are not instant are ANA. So ANA is the All Nippon Airways, the flag-carrying airline of Japan. Transfers to ANA generally are going to take 1 to 2 days, so it's not going to be instant. Aeromexico, Mexican airline, transfers can be anywhere from 2 days to 12 days. And then finally, Iberia. Transfers there can take up to 3 days. So outside of ANA, neither of those, Iberia or Aeromexico, are transfers that you're probably going to use very often. So for the vast majority of these, transfers are going to be instant. It's an important thing to know when you're booking, because there's really no reason to transfer points to an airline or hotel until you're ready to book, because the transfers go through instantly. All right. So one thing that Amex will make you do when you transfer points is that you're going to have to put in the 3-digit code on your card, or it'll give you a few other ways to verify the information. But generally speaking, it's a good idea to have the card on you that you're trying to transfer points from. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and I will verify it. And as you can see, my request is processing, and there it goes. So 1,000 points have been transferred to my Delta SkyMiles account, and 60 cents have been charged to my Business Platinum card for that 1,000-point transfer. Now again, if you're not transferring to a US-based airline like JetBlue, Alaska, or Delta, you will not have to pay that fee. This is an Amex-only thing that goes to the 3 US airline transfer partners. Okay, so now that I've made this transfer, I'm going to go to my Delta SkyMiles account, and I am going to log in. And let's go to my SkyMiles. And let's go to account activity. And as you can see right here, there is the transfer that I just made. So from the Amex Membership Rewards Program, I transferred 1,000 miles, and they instantly showed up in my Delta account. So transferring points is as easy as that. One thing that you really need to be sure of is that when you are transferring points to an airline or hotel transfer partner, that is what you want to do. And the reason I say that is once I make that transfer from Amex to an airline or a hotel, I cannot get those points back into my Amex account. So these 1,000 points, I can never get those back into my Amex account. Those are now Delta SkyMiles, and they are stuck there until I redeem them with Delta. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just good to know before you make a booking. When you transfer those points, be sure you have a use for them, because once they're there, they're not going to be able to get back into your Amex account. For more information about Amex transfer partners, including transfer times and the best options for your points, check out the link in the description below. And if you want deals for flights and hotels bookable with Amex points, subscribe to Thrifty Traveler Premium at thriftytraveler.com/premium. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Cheers.